Out in the country on a farm there was a chicken yard. Every morning the maid gathered fresh eggs, put them in a basket, and took them to the kitchen. Now one morning, when the maid was on her way to the kitchen, one egg fell out of the basket, hit a little stone, and Peep was born. But he wasn't a proper chick yet. To begin with, all he had were two great big eyes. He didn't know what his feet were for at first, because he was wrong way up. But then he found he could wiggle his toes. All the effort was worth it, for at last he had landed the right way up. But by now he was sleepy. And just as he was dozing off, he heard a very strange little sound. Beep. What could it be? Then he heard beep. And suddenly he said, "It's me. I can go beep, 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 beep. And I can stand up too." But by now he was so dizzy with all the excitement, he fainted dead away. Now water is a cure for fainting, and just at that very moment, it started to rain. Peep was so young, he didn't even know what water is. So he leaned forward to look in the little pool, and he fell in and got his beak full of water. And when he swallowed the water, he shouted, "My, that's good." And he started to drink and drink and drink until all the water in the little pool was gone. But he was still thirsty, and there was still some water left. But it was far away, and Peep didn't know how to get to it. Then he began to get an idea. Maybe feet are to walk with. And he got so excited, he ran to the pond. But chicks can't swim in water, and he sank like a stone. Luckily, there was someone else in that pond, Quack the duck. And Quack dived just in the nick of time to pull Peep out before he drowned. But he no sooner got him up than down he went again. And when Quack pulled him up this time, he was quite cross. He wondered why Peep couldn't swim. And Peep ran away as fast as he could and shook till his feathers stuck out like spikes. For baby chicks hate the water. Then Quack, the duck, who didn't like living all alone in the pond, went over to make friends. And as all ducks do, the first thing he said was, "Quack, quack." "Peep," said Peep. "Quack," said Quack. "Peep, quack, peep, quack, peep, quack." Quack was very puzzled. He said, "Where do you come from?" Peep said, "From an egg." And Quack said, "No, you couldn't come from an egg. If you came from an egg, you'd say quack, not peep." And at that, he turned and stomped away, leaving Peep very sad. And Peep said, "But I'm sure I came out of an egg. Because here's the eggshell I came out of." And then he got an idea. "I'll put all the pieces together, and I'll go and show him that I really did come out of an egg, and then we'll be friends." Beep, beep, peep, peep. And Peep burst out of the shell and said, "Look, this is the egg I came out of." The duck looked at him and said, "Then you must be a duckling after all, even though you do say peep and you can't swim. So come with me. We're going to Green Island. It's a lovely place." Quack said, "Welcome to Green Island. Only ducks are allowed here, you know." And while Peep was thinking that over, somebody else arrived. Chirp, chirp, chirp. And Quack said rather crossly, "Who are you?" And Chirp said, "I'm a robin. I can fly. Watch." Only not very well yet. Then Quack said, "Don't you realize this island is only for ducks?" And Chirp said, "What do you mean? He's not a duck." Peep said, "Yes, I am." "Nonsense. He's a chicken." And poor Peep said, "What's a chicken?" And Chirp, who knew a lot of things, said, "Well, a chicken's just a chicken. Everybody knows that. A duckling's a duckling, and you're a duckling. A chicken's a chicken, and you're a chicken. And a robin's a robin, and I am a robin." But fortunately, we are all birds. "Birds?" said Peep. "Yes, birds, because we all came out of an egg, and because we all have wings." "But you can't fly," said Quack. "No, not yet," said Chirp. "So," said Quack, "you can't get out to see the big wide world?" "Yes, I can," said Chirp. "I can walk even if I can't fly." "Aha!" said Quack. "But we're on an island. Now, I can go and see the big wide world because I can swim." "Wait, Quack. We all want to see the big wide world. And I have an idea. You can swim, so you could carry Chirp and me across the water, and soon Chirp will be able to fly, and he'll be able to tell us what it's like way up in the sky. And maybe someday I'll be able to do something too." And this seemed such a good idea that Peep and Quack and Chirp all went off together to see the big wide world.